Okay, welcome back to my channel. My name is John, callsign Kilo 5 Golf Tango, or the Dutch Ham. And this is the second part in the series to complete a Dutch FXM. Unknown which date it was. This website, and I will put a link down in the description, is generating an XM. And I have no clue from what time span it was. In the previous episode we came until question 10, so let's continue with the next 10 questions. Which characteristic belongs to a high pass filter? Well, certainly not this one. So that is number 2. Low is blocked at low frequency, and we have high output at high frequency, so it must be number 2. Next question. A form of modulation for digital signals is PAP, DAC, ADC, 2PSK. Well, let's go for that one, because it's peak envelope power, digital analog conversion, analog digital conversion, so nothing to do with modulation forms. So let's go with 2PSK. The correct order of increasing bandwidth if CW FM telephony is ECB is single sideband telephony. CW is the smallest, so it is either answer A or B. FM telephony is widest, so that must be answer B. So CW, single sideband telephony, and then FM telephony. Next question. In a single sideband transmitter, the low sideband is generated at the carrier frequency of 1 MHz. This signal is mixed in a mixer with that of an oscillator of 4 MHz. And the output of the mixer will find, among other things, a 1 sideband signal at they will add up. So that will be at 5 MHz, and we put a low sideband in, so it will also be a low sideband out. So there will be that one, 5 MHz with a low sideband. Next question. Transmission power of a 2-meter FM telephony transmitter is answer A, depending on the amplitude of the frequency of the modulating signal. That does make sense, because it's not depending on the amplitude. Depending on the amplitude of the modulating signal, also not, because that affects the frequency deviation. Independent of the amplitude of the modulating signal. No, we'll go for answer C. It's not depending on the amplitude and the frequency of the modulating signal. The bandwidth will be different. Depending on the amplitude, no, also not. No, I'll go for answer C. 16. The standing wave ratio in an antenna cable is determined by the sum of the power output of the transmitter and the power supplied to the antenna. The power output of the transmitter minus the power supplied to the antenna. The extent to which the transmitting antenna impedance deviates from the characteristic impedance of the cable. I guess it comes closer. The power supplied to the antenna divided by the power output of the transmitter. No, that also doesn't make sense. That's also not the sum of the power output of the transmitter and the power supplied to the antenna, so A does make sense. The power output to the transmitter minus the power supplied to the antenna. Also does make sense, so I will go for C. The extent to which the transmitter antenna impedance deviates from the characteristic impedance of the cable. Strange that they don't mention the impedance of the radio, but okay. How are we doing on time? Oh, just 5 minutes. Maybe you can do a little bit more today. Answer 17. A loudspeaker with an impedance of 8 ohms must be connected to an amplifier that must be loaded with 800 ohms. Best adjustment is obtained with a transformer. Oh. So this will be, I don't think it is allowed on the exam, but let's use the calculator. 200 divided by 127. Oh. So answer A is the square root of 3. Oh. Let's see what get lost. 220 divided by 3. 73. 44. 220 divided by 8. 27.5. 220 divided by 8. Is 88. And then 220 by 24 is a factor 10. Well, so answer D gives us a factor of about 10. It's 9.16, but so I guess the best match we'll get is with answer D, because it's a ratio of 1 to 10, and then that squared will give us a factor 100. So 8 ohm to 100 will be 800. So I go for answer D. Answer 8, question 18. A 6 volts voltage source is connected to a series circuit of a 6 ohm resistor and a 6 microfarad encoder. The current they probably mean it's probably translated wrong by Google. It will be 6 microfarad capacitor. Well, if the circuit is in balance again after the initial flow, there will be no current. The capacitor will be loaded until 6 volts, and then the current will be 0. So I go for answer D. 19. The length of a half-wave dipole for the 7 MHz band is approximately 7 MHz is 40 meters. So the half-wave length will be It's 40 meters, so it will be 20 meters. But do I mean half of the dipole or the full length of the dipole? So now I will go for answer 19A. Yeah. 19A, so it's 40 meters, about 40 meters, so the halfway dipole will be 20 meters. This receiver can be made suitable for CW reception. By adding a edge detector, BFO. No. And to see does make sense. CW filter may be helpful to let me turn the noise a little bit off. Somebody's busy with packet radio. Die will make it easier to hear CW signals, but so in that way it will help, but so I'm doubting between the edge detector or the BFO. Then the repeater starts to talk. But we also need a BFO for the... Let me also turn that channel down. We need a BFO to be able to detect them, so I will go for 20. Which one is it, A or B? No, I will go for the BFO. That's something that we need for CW. Okay, what are we doing with the time? 12 minutes. So I'll keep it with this. So we have 3 more days most likely. See if we have any doubts about the questions that we answered already. So the high pass filter is that one. Characteristic 2, or in Dutch characteristic. This one is also good. PSK for digital form of modulation. The increasing bandwidth, CW, single sideband, FM telephony. The mixing of the signals. It will be adding up with the low sideband, so will be 5 megahertz with the low sideband. Transmission power of 2 meter, FM telephony. The transmitter is independent of anything. So it's independent of the amplitude of the modulated signal. Standing wave ratio in the antenna cable is determined by, I also define with that answer, the extent to which the transmitting antenna impedance deviates from the characteristic impedance of the cable. No, we have question 17. We have an 8 ohm speaker that we have to be loaded with 800 ohms for the amplifier. So we need a 100 conversion. This will give about 10 times, a little less, but and that it's squared is 100, so 8 to 1, 800, so that one is also good. No, this one, and the circuit is stabilized. There will be no current anymore because the capacitor will be loaded until 6 volts. And then there will be no current anymore. Length of a half-wave dipole for 7 megahertz, which is 40 meter band, so 20.4 meters. And the receiver can be made suitable for CW reception by adding a BFO. Okay, so I will keep with these answers, and at the end we'll see if I pass or not. Thank you for watching this clip. The next day or the next time when I upload, I will continue with the rest of the exam. It's question 20, so most likely 3 more episodes. Don't want to make them too long. We're already down now in 15 minutes, so. Okay, I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you back in the continuing of this exam. See you all. 73, bye bye.